Hi guys! So, as I said earlier, I'm going to do a live, and here we are. So, I'm gonna go from the very first time I ever heard the name 5 Seconds of Summer. This was in 5th grade. Now, as I look back at this, I think it's really stupid that I didn't join the fandom then, but I didn't. And today is 7 years of 5 Seconds of Summer, and we are celebrating them. And I love them so very much. And I'm even merchandising them because I did not take my hoodie. So, I will tell you the story of this hoodie though later on. Going back to when I first heard the name 5 Seconds of Summer. Please excuse my rabbit and my hamster. I'm so very sorry. So, it was in 5th grade. My time, Desiree Morley, and now this was 4 years ago when they were just becoming a thing. I knew who they were in a sense, but didn't another. So I knew that their songs were Amnesia and She Looked So Perfect at the time, but I didn't. I listened to Amnesia when it was on the radio, and I sung it all the time. And that's how my mom knows it, because of the radio. And she's kind of hot, and She Looks So Perfect, and Youngblood and Want You Back. She knows them because of the radio. And that's how I first knew Amnesia. Now, after 5th grade year, I do this little thing called Girl Scout Camp, as many of you might know from being my IRL friends. I went to camp that year, and it was at Archibald. So, this girl, we were in her tent, and she was singing She Looks So Perfect. And I knew it, but I didn't. I knew it was by 5 Seconds of Summer, and I knew this girl really liked them, and I knew the song, but I didn't. So, as soon as I got home from camp, I listened to I watched the music video for She Looks So Perfect, and thought, wow, this is stupid, but it's a good song, and I get why it goes with the music video. And I was showing it to my brother and my grandmother, and they were like, ew, that's gross. And soon after, I stopped listening to the song. My sister goes to a One Direction concert, and I didn't know that 5 Seconds of Summer were the openers. And my sister bought the album. So, sorry. I own... Okay, my thing does not want to work with me right now. So I own now, because of my sister sadly passing in February, I own this. The regular CD of 5 Sauce. And so, when I started to get into them, really into them, that I fully joined the fandom. I told my sister about it, and she just gave me this look. Why are you joining them now? Why do you like them? So, going back to what I was talking about before, about the album now being mine, I didn't know about Sounds Good Feels Good until I became a part of the fandom, the family. This, past year and a half ago. 2 years now. See, my sister, mom, and I were driving home from this event that we were at, and She's Kinda Hot came on the radio. My sister, being my sister, thought she knew the words, and in a sense she did, but then whenever that song would come on the radio, I just knew it. Yet, once again, me being stupid didn't catch on that this is a good band and you should follow them and they'll change your life. Now, I didn't find 5 Seconds of Summer until the summer before my 8th grade year. Now, I'm in 9th grade and it's the second quarter. That's only about a 2-year span now. So, I was at a bad time, and I found Amnesia, and I knew the song by heart already. To when the song comes on, know that it's them. And at this hardship, these hard times of bullying in middle school and doing bad things to myself, hurting myself, cutting myself, having thoughts that you shouldn't have normally. But 5 Seconds of Summer helped me with music through that time. And they especially helped me when my sister passed away, because no, this is going to go a little bit into my self-harm story, just a tad bit. My friend, I sent her a picture of the one cut I did, because I thought it was kind of deep, but it wasn't. And so I sent it to her, like a picture on Snapchat, and her friends looked through her phone, which I wasn't expecting them to do. So then they saw this cut in person, and so it was a Friday when they saw it, when this person saw it, and they were going to tell the counselor on Monday, and I knew damn well that they were going to do it. So I made it worth it. No. At the time, I thought it was worth it. And that's how my deepest ones got there. But I'm not gonna. But that was because of my sister dying. And I went to 5 Seconds of Summer when all this was happening. And at this point, I already knew all the albums, all the songs. I still don't know every single song because I haven't listened to every single EP. Because there's underrated songs that don't come up a lot. Whether on YouTube or SoundCloud or Spotify, Pandora or Apple Music. So there are a few I do not know. But do not bash me for this. Just for not knowing, 3 songs for a band that I love. Because once you know my story, then you'll know why I love them. And I went to them for this. I knew exactly what album to listen to. Actually, to go right to Sound Feels Good. Because that was the album that they made wanting people to feel safe about talking about their mental health. And Jack Blackheart, I'm not trying to copy a Peachy Cal here, but in Jet Black Heart, the line, everybody's got their demons, even wide awake or dreaming. Depression, anxiety, and everything like it. People are scared to talk about because they're scared the people that they trust and love will not understand and send them away. So they hide it. Even if they are or aren't hurting themselves, they still hide it. They hide with a fake smile when no one really knows that. You can tell if a person is truly happy if they have that certain glow in their eye. If they're just smiling and their eyes are like gloss, that's nothing. They're not happy. But the world just has a default setting, and that's happy. And whenever someone breaks their arm, everyone comes running to sign the cast. But whenever someone says, "Oh, I'm battling depression, help," everyone runs the other way. And at the time, that's what 5 Seconds of Summer helped me through with bullying and my sister's death and everything in between. And they've just helped me so much. I'm so happy that Michael and Luke stopped hating each other, because if you think about it, Michael and Luke hated each other when they were in my grade, their 9th grade year. And then their 10th grade year, they just... Callum was both of their friends, and they didn't like each other at the time. But then they just... Michael says that he found Luke through covers, but he knew Luke, but he didn't interact with Luke. And I'm so glad that they became friends and stopped fighting, because without them doing that, we would never, and I mean we would never, have a band that we love so much. Like, say you love One Direction, My Chemical Romance. Why don't we? Even though they're only 2 years in and they're pretty big. But now I want to go to Youngblood. As soon as I heard that Youngblood, as soon as I heard on the radio, 5 Seconds of Summer releasing an album soon, or 3 years in the making, this album has come. I wish I would have listened to my friend Desiree and gotten with them sooner than I did, but I'm so glad I joined, and I'm not gonna... This is gonna sound like I'm copying Peachy Cow, but I'm not, because I, as well as her, do not see myself in a life without them. And if I did, if I would have never found them, I probably wouldn't be here right now to say that. Just to say that. That's how much they've impacted me in my life. For a good change and the better. And I am grateful. I know people say that they're proud of bands, but for 5 Seconds of Summer to come out of the small town of Sydney and Hornsby, because Ashton obviously is not from Sydney, he's from Hornsby. But obviously, if you're watching this and are a fan of them for at least over a year, you should know this. But they taught me that a small band or musician from anywhere can make it if they just tried enough. And I know this really sounds like I'm saying exactly what Peachy Cal said, but I'm not. Because in a sense I am. But in another sense, it's the truth. There's such a small variety of people who are in the music business, and there's only so many who make it. And look at them. They're taking over the world slowly. They've been on like what? Three world tours? Like full world tours. And they gave me the best night of my life on September 1st, 2018. It was the first time I ever saw them live. And this is funny because my mom and I don't really get along with bands. Like, she knows their songs. Amnesia, She Looks So Perfect, She's Kinda Hot, Want You Back in Youngblood. But she doesn't know them like I know them. Yeah, I don't know them personally, but through fans' eyes, I would be viewed as one of the obsessed fans. Me becoming an obsessed fan at the time that I entered, and for how long I've been in this fandom, even if it's only been a year and a half, 2 years, it feels like I've been a part of it ever since I first heard the name 5 Seconds of Summer. And I really wish I would have joined sooner, but that's my idiotic self not thinking. But I haven't covered Youngblood era yet. So, Youngblood, when I first heard it, I was literally in 8th grade promoting this all over the place when I heard about it. I was promoting it to my classmates. I was asking my classmates if they knew 5 Sus. And my one friend said, yeah, I know them. They're hot. But at the time, I was writing fics, because, that's what a lot of us do. I'm sorry, I have to laugh at my idiotic dog and my mom, who's just coming home from Florida. Sorry if you can hear them. But when I first heard Youngblood, I was blown away. And I was like saying, on June 22nd, I'm gonna die because 2 wonderful works of music come out. And that was Youngblood and Pray for the Wicked. Now, I have not fully listened to Pray for the Wicked, but Youngblood, I was going to a concert for Harry Styles on my half birthday of June 15th. And I didn't have my phone or iPad at the time, and I had 5 Seconds of Summer's Youngblood pre-ordered, and when I pre-ordered it, it said June 22nd. So they changed it. I'm sorry, I have to go see parents, so you can click off of this. If you want to. I know, like, no one's watching right now, but I have to go speak to them. I will try to be as fast as possible, but yeah, bear with me, and then I'll recap where I'm at. I'm gonna mute my microphone though. So I was on the way to a hairstyle, and I was with my mom at her school because she is a teacher. Now, she was like a sub for a long time, but now she's finally full term. So I was with her students, and I went into her iPad on Apple Music because I heard that they were releasing, like I saw on stuff, because of having my phone, that they were releasing it on June 15th instead of the 22nd when I was expecting. So I was I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. My parents are assholes telling me to do stuff. But I looked on my mom's iPad to see if it was downloaded, and it was. So I sneak peeked myself the beginning of Me There, like just the instrumental part. And I was like, oh my god. So then, because I got the deluxe pre ordered, and my mom and I share an Apple account. So I we came home from her school day, and she took a nap before the concert, and I just listened to Youngblood, the hour and a, I want to say hour-long album. I might be wrong. Could be longer. I'm not completely sure because I don't remember. Before we were leaving for the concert, I just listened to it all. And going on down to the Harry Styles concert, I was just listening to it and listening to it in the car. Now, I recently got a Why Won't You Love Me shirt from Hot Topic for Christmas. And so, when I first heard Why Don't We, or not Why Don't We, Why Won't You Love Me, sorry, Why Don't We's another band that I stan. Why Won't You Love Me, the YAI vibe that I was getting, I was like, holy shit, this sounds like a Harry Styles vibe, as I was going to see Harry Styles. So, I have to laugh at that, but when I saw Five Sauce in concert, the way they did the set list, they confused the fuck out of me. On my opening video for the concert, I yelled, "This is my favorite Valentine." Now, because of the way they were, playing it, I thought it was. And it was Babylon, not Valentine. VALNTYNE. Valentine. Sorry, I had to. I wanted a Valentine shirt, but my mom would not let me because it would have been $20 with the virtual download, which would have been great on my phone. But when I went on the store, it was $30, so I'm like, shit. And then I realized after the fact, oh crap, I could have got that, but I didn't, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't. But that would have taken money away from my concert expenses, because I recently got a job this summer, and I was saving up all my money as soon as I found out about the concert. I wasn't even supposed to find out about the concert until it, probably the day of. And so, the only reason I found out was because my mom and I got in a fight. And I was doing the dishes, and she came over to me and was like, "I guess you don't care about this." Holding an envelope. She opened it, and I was like, "What, Dear Evan Hansen tickets?" Because I already knew we were going to Dear Evan Hansen or the Harry. I just said tickets. I don't remember what kind of tickets. Or no, it was Fall Out Boy tickets. Because Fall Out Boy was in Hershey the same day. And Fall Out Boy was originally who I wanted to see in concert that day. But my mom was like, no. So, the tickets were in for a while. And she's like, "I guess you won't care about this." I'm like, "What, Fall Out Boy tickets?" And she's like, "Read it." All I had to read was 5 sec, and I was already crying. Because I was happy, but I was mad at her. And she was threatening to sell them. And I was like, "You wouldn't do that." And my dad, actually, because I was talking about the concert so much, I was literally begging them for tickets to this concert because of how close it was. Allentown is literally 35 minutes away from us because of the small town that we live in. So, the Allentown Fairgrounds was 40 minutes away from where I live. So, I was constantly begging to go see them at this concert. And my parents they were gonna do it. And literally, I kept asking my dad because my mom was like, no, that's not happening. No, because we might have to work that weekend. No, because it was Labor Day weekend, so we might have had to work. So my mom got us off because of the concert. So my dad even asked my mom, do I have to buy her the tickets? Because he was planning on getting me the tickets, but he wanted to consult her first. Because he was gonna take me if she wouldn't have. And he asked her, And he's like, no, I already have the tickets. Just shut up about it. Because I don't know when she was planning to ask me, and I still haven't found out. Because she never told me when she was actually going to tell me. She just threw it on as an anger guilt trip. Because that's how my mom works. Important things to me, she throws on as an anger guilt trip if she has them, like threatening to take my phone and iPad away, or threatening to take tickets away, or anything like my pets, like my animals that I have in my room, away, because they're important to me, and she knows that it'll hit a spot where she can manipulate me. So, as soon as I saw those tickets, I was like crying standing there. I literally read 5 sec and I was bawling. Like, she kept telling me, no, you're not going, we have work, no. And my dad was gonna get me the tickets, but she's like, no, I already have them. And so, yeah. So, concert comes around. We get inside. So we have like these parking. The way the Allentown Fairgrounds works, I could see their bus, but I couldn't get to it from where I was. Now, at the end of the night, my mom was like, you should ask the security guard if they left or not, because the bus was just sitting there. And I'm pretty sure they already left at the point that I got out of my car, because we were like buying food from the fair yet. Because, yeah. Michael did a really funny thing during the concert. But, so, I didn't ask if they were gone, and I kind of wish I would have. I know I would have been told not to go over there, but I would have wanted to ask if they were still there. I kind of figured they weren't, so I didn't ask. Now, getting in, my mom gave me the tickets. I still have the tickets, I think, in a bag somewhere back here in my bed. I'm not sure. I don't know. No. I don't know where that bag is at the moment, but I know the tickets are still in there, and I'm planning to hang them on my wall. And so, we had this one ticket to get us into the parking. Then we had the ticket. So like, last minute, I had them in my bag. I had to rip them out quickly so we could go in, because they had to scan like the parking ticket and the ticket itself for the concert, so we could like go into the fair. So I see the VIP line, and it's so big. And while at the fair, I could hear Ashton drumming for sound check. And it was awesome. Like, I saw so many fans, and I only had a hoodie with me. I didn't have a shirt, and it was so hot, I couldn't wear the hoodie. I only had the hoodie with me, and all these fans from before I was a fan, like, they had rock out with your socks out, she's kind of hot shirts, like, shirts from the very beginning. They had baby picture shirts, like, they were long-term fans, unlike myself. So I just saw all these fans, and I obviously was complimenting them because they're my family in a sense. So obviously, I'm gonna tell them that I love their shirt, or they look awesome, or yeah. So, time comes around for when we get in. I get in the merch line, and this girl with, I think she had a huge purple fox that she won. And I, earlier in that day, won fish, like 4 of them, for my dad. So they were in the van. But like, I saw this girl with this big, giant purple fox plush, and I just started talking to them. And my mom's like, what the hell are you doing? And I easily made friends with Haley. And I still talk to her. And I easily made friends with her because of the bond that we have over a band. making friends through bands is the easiest possible thing because you have an interest of a person that has changed your life for the better, and the other person might have that same view. And you just get along. And later, when the aces are on, I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna go out to the bathroom, and I lie. And I go to the merch line, because I had like 40 some dollars left or something, or like $50 left. And so I get in line, and I get the album, and I'm texting Haley while I'm in line. She's like, they're pretty good, right? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm actually in line for their album. And she's like, cool, how much are they? I'm like, 10. And so I got her one. And I literally had to climb through her row and back just to give her the CD and the money. Because she was paying me back for it. So, that album is right here. So, if you went to the concert, everyone got a copy of the regular CD. So, yeah, my mom has it, I have it, like, we both have it. I'm just gonna pull these down here quick, because, you know, well, situation of clock. So everyone got it. And Luke, at the beginning of the concert, like, after they played Babylon and, like, one other song, I forget, Luke was like, thank you for everyone who came out tonight and everyone who bought this album. And he was asking about how there were, like, asking who saw them before and who's its first show. And Michael points out a sign that says, I've been to 34 5-sauce shows. Luke gave her 10 seconds to name all the shows she went to. She started stuttering, and she got like 3. Or maybe 5. Obviously this one, and I think some Philly shows or something. I don't know if the girl ever traveled to go see them, but if she would have, that is so cool. And that's a dedicated fan. If you travel to see them, that's dedication. But Michael was talking during his talking bit, and he was like, thank you for everyone who came out tonight. Even you at the French fry stand buying chicken nuggets and pizza. And we all laughed, because it's Michael. He says stuff like that. He's funny. So I had to get a laugh out of that. And he's like, this next song, like, represents everything that 5-sauce is about. And obviously, they played Jet Black Heart next. So, yeah. And that song showed me that everyone has a fight. Don't judge them for it, depending on how they take it in different ways. Because people can take hardships in different ways, as I said earlier. But this band, just so amazing. I love them to death. That I've bought their album 3 times. Well, one I was given because of my mom buying a ticket. But I pre-ordered their deluxe album on my iPad. I got regular CD version. And then I bought at Walmart, when I was looking for this, I saw it. And I'm like, I have to get this. I don't have deluxe version on my phone. So I got it. I got deluxe version. So I have 2 copies. 2 different copies. One with more songs than the other. One with less songs than the other of Youngblood. While also getting the Aces. And also having 8 letters. I have 2 copies of that, by the way. But, so, yeah. When Luke sang Lie to Me, he's like, I want to sing this next song, just you and me. because, like, to have a sentimental thing with it. So he got on the piano and he started the song, and I don't remember what we sung back to him, but there is video of it. And I saw a video from someone else of his laugh and how he smiled and his reaction of all of us singing back when he thought he was still gonna sing. Like, he went to sing and we were just all shouting it back at him. That was the best night of my life. And I forget what lyric it was, but it was like within the first two of the song. So it had to have been I look back at you, but you don't look twice. I don't remember the lyric right now. I'm sorry, I'm blanking. But I think it was that little part or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But I know it was part of Lie to Me. So, yeah, that was like the best night of my life. Another funny thing I have video, well, I don't have video of, but I have memory of, is when Luke said we all tried to coordinate on colors and our concert was blue. Michael had black on, and Callum had like a fancy blue shirt on because it's Callum. Like, look at his fashion sense now. He is killer. Sorry. I'm very cringy, but killer queen. So he is killer with his fashion now. Ashton does this fucking... This killed me. When Luke said, we're trying to coordinate on colors of clothes, as in blue. Ashton gets out from behind the drum case, walks in front of it, and is like... And then, like, he stands there, walks back, and goes... And it's so fucking funny. Like, the sass and everything is wonderful. And that concert was just the best night of my life. When I first heard Michael singing Only Reason, like The Only Reason, I thought he was auto-tuned, but I was not completely sure, so I waited to, like, look at other people's videos from the concert, and it was intentionally auto-tuned. So, yay. But I'm so happy that this band has came into my life. And Festus, I doubt you will ever see this, because there are so many fans doing this for you, making these videos. But please, on any social media, please, hashtag 7 years of 5 sauce. And I'm once again not following PG Cal, but Michael set up a hashtag saying hashtag 7 years of 5 sauce. Do that on any social media, please, because that will just show them all the love. So, 5 sauce, I thank you, and I hope you see this, but I doubt you ever will. To me, you're my world, you're my life, you're my everything, music-wise. To me, to you, I'm just a fan. And if I could ever meet you, I'm not copying PG Cal, but I would say thank you. I would say thank you for saving me. I would say thank you for existing, creating the band, getting together. I would thank them for everything because of what they've done for me. And I hope you have a band like that somewhere in your life that has helped you. And with that, I am signing off. Until the 11th, when it's 7 years of their first cover. Bye, guys. Love you. 5 sauce, once again, thank you. I hope I see you again soon in concert. And I hope one day I even get to meet you and perhaps talk to you. But until then, until what the future holds, I say goodbye. Until the next video. I love you guys.